There is a door inside you that many people spend their entire lives never realizing is there. They keep searching outside, looking for opportunities, waiting for miracles, hoping that something from the world will unlock their future. But the truth is, the most important door is not out there, it is within you. And here's the secret. That door has always been waiting for you to open it. It was never locked by anyone else. It was only closed by the limits you chose to accept. Think for a moment. How many times have you told yourself, I can't do this? Or, this isn't for me? Or, people like me don't get those chances? Every time you repeat those words, you're not describing your reality. You're closing the door even tighter. You are convincing yourself to stay small, even though inside you there's a vast world of possibility. That door doesn't respond to the opinions of others. It doesn't respond to the voices of doubt outside. It only responds to you, the moment you decide to turn the handle and walk through it, but most people never do. Why? Because it feels safer to remain on the side they know. The side where comfort zones protect them, where excuses shield them, where blame keeps them company. Walking through the door requires courage because it means leaving behind the familiar walls you've built in your mind. Yet those very walls are the reason life feels small, limited, and unfulfilled. Now imagine standing in front of that door. On this side you see your doubts, your failures, your disappointments. But on the other side there is growth, there is purpose, there is a life that reflects the person you were meant to be. That door doesn't open by force, it opens the moment you shift your perspective. The moment you choose to believe that there is more for you than the story you've been repeating. The key has always been belief. The handle has always been awareness. And the courage to step through that has always been inside you. Some of you are waiting for the world to show you a sign. You say, when I get more money, I'll start. When people support me, I'll try. When I'm ready, I'll walk through. But you don't realize the world is waiting for you. The opportunities, the blessings, the doors. They unlock only when you take the first step. Life doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It responds when you decide to move. You see, the real struggle is not outside. It's not the challenges, not the competition, not the obstacles. The real struggle has always been between you and your own mind. The closed door is nothing but a reflection of the limits you've accepted. And the moment you realize that the door is inside you, that's the moment you become unstoppable, because now, nobody can keep you from opening it. Nobody can stand in your way when you decide to walk through. So ask yourself today, how much longer will you stand outside staring at a door that only you can open? How much longer will you allow fear to convince you that you're not ready, not good enough, not capable? The truth is, the door is waiting and life on the other side is waiting. But it won't open itself. It won't open tomorrow. It will open the moment you choose to step forward with faith and courage. The door within you is the greatest secret to unlocking your life, and the key has been in your hands all along. Everything you see around you today began as a thought in someone's mind. Every invention, every achievement, every breakthrough, it all started with an idea that someone dared to believe in. That means your thoughts are not just random noise passing through your head. They are the architects of your future, the seeds that grow into the reality you experience. When you realize this, you begin to understand why guarding your thoughts is one of the most powerful things you can ever do. But here's the challenge. Most people allow their minds to be filled with negativity, doubts, and fears. They replay failures over and over again until they start to believe that failure is their identity. They focus so much on what could go wrong that they never give themselves permission to imagine what could go right. And then they wonder why life feels heavy, why nothing seems to change. It is because their inner world is shaping their outer world without them even realizing it. If you keep planting seeds of doubt, you cannot expect a harvest of confidence. If you keep watering fear, you cannot expect to grow courage. Your thoughts become the energy you live in, and that energy attracts the kind of life you experience. Think of your mind like a garden. Every thought is a seed. If you want a life of strength, joy, and purpose, you must intentionally plant those seeds inside your mind. Otherwise, weeds of negativity will take over on their own. Science even tells us that your brain responds to what you consistently think about. The more you repeat a thought, the more your brain wires itself to accept it as truth. That means when you tell yourself, I can't do this, your brain begins to treat that as reality. But when you tell yourself, I am capable, I am learning, I am growing, your brain starts building the pathways to make that possible. Your thoughts literally train your future. Think about the people you admire, those who inspire you. They didn't achieve what they did by accident. They trained their minds to see possibilities where others saw problems. They trained their thoughts to believe in solutions when others gave up. Their success began long before the world noticed them. It began in the invisible world of their thinking. And the same principle applies to you. Now some people say, but I can't control my thoughts. They just come. That's true, thoughts do come and go, but you can choose which thoughts you entertain, which ones you feed, and which ones you let pass by. Just because a negative thought knocks at the door doesn't mean you have to invite it in, serve it dinner, and let it live with you. You have the power to redirect your focus toward the thoughts that serve your purpose, not the ones that sabotage it. Every day, you are shaping your reality with the thoughts you choose to believe. If you constantly focus on your limitations, your reality will reflect those limits. But if you shift your mind to focus on possibilities, your reality will begin to expand. You might not see the change overnight, but slowly and surely your life will start aligning with the thoughts you've been holding on to. That's the hidden power most people never use, and yet it's available to every single one of us. So ask yourself, what reality are you building right now? What thoughts are you allowing to grow inside you? Because one day you will wake up living in the very reality your thoughts created. Choose wisely, because your thoughts are not just shaping your today, they are shaping your tomorrow. The life you long for begins with the thoughts you choose to believe in today. One of the greatest barriers to unlocking your life is the set of invisible chains you carry in your mind, your limiting beliefs. These are not physical walls, yet they are more powerful than any prison. They are the thoughts that whisper, you can't do this, or people like you never succeed, or it's too late for you to change. And the most dangerous part? Many times you don't even realize they are there. They hide behind excuses, behind habits, behind fear, keeping you from becoming who you were meant to be. Limiting beliefs don't come out of nowhere. They are often planted in childhood, through the words of others, through failures that left scars, or through experiences where you felt powerless. Maybe someone told you that you weren't smart enough, and over time you began to believe it. Maybe you failed once, and your mind decided failure would always be your story. Maybe society, family, or friends created a picture of what was possible for you, and you accepted it as truth without ever questioning it. But here's the reality. Just because a belief feels real doesn't mean it is true. A limiting belief is like a dirty lens. You keep looking at your life through it, but it distorts everything you see. If you believe you are not capable, your mind will find reasons to confirm it. If you believe you are too old, too young, too inexperienced, your actions will match that belief and your results will prove it back to you. It becomes a cycle that feeds itself until you break it. The first step to freedom is awareness. You must begin to notice the voice of limitation when it speaks. Pay attention when your mind tells you, you can't, or you shouldn't, or what if you fail? Recognize that this is not the truth. It's just an old program running in the background. And like any program, it can be rewritten. Ask yourself, who told me this belief was true? Was it really your own discovery, or was it someone else's fear passed down to you? Was it one failure that defined you, or did you simply stop trying after that moment? Challenge the belief. Replace the question, what if I fail, with what if I succeed? Replace I can't do this with I am learning to do this. Over time, your mind begins to reshape itself, and your actions start to reflect possibility instead of fear. Remember, every person who ever achieved something great had to break through limiting beliefs. Think about it. People once believed humans couldn't fly until someone refused to accept that belief. People believed the 4-minute mile was impossible until one person broke it and proved the belief wrong forever. Your life is no different. The limits you feel are not the boundaries of reality. They are the boundaries of your belief system. When you begin to free yourself from these chains, you discover a sense of power you may have forgotten you had. Suddenly, challenges don't feel like walls anymore. They feel like opportunities to grow. Failures don't define you. They refine you. Instead of asking, why me? You begin asking, why not me? That shift alone can change the entire direction of your life. So stop accepting every thought that comes into your mind as truth. Some thoughts are lies. Some thoughts are cages. And you have the power to break them. You were not created to live small, confined, or limited. You were created to rise, to expand, to live fully. The moment you stop believing in your limits, the world will stop limiting you.